Yeah, one of the things that I asked Tom is just the not having fans in rinks, and I mean it's a sport that lives off off that emotional. What is that going to be like? Have you? I mean, obviously you practice without it all the time, but have you have any sort of idea what that's going to feel like, and the lack of momentum that maybe comes off of certain situations because you don't have that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like APAP said, at MUN you get a lot of energy off of the crowd and the student section and the band especially, right? Like there's usually you have the fight song going in between whistles and yada yada. But I think it's it's going to be up to the leadership and the older guys to drive that pace. And maybe if we find ourselves in a position where we're losing, we're not up on the momentum and kind of feeling down, you're gonna have to look at the plays and some actions of our game, like the speed and our systems and block shots or hits to get us going. Like that's something that normally builds for us, but maybe gets overshadowed by the fans and the band. But I think that's some stuff that can kind of turn some games, and like smaller stuff, good sticks, like just getting a lot of shots and just pressure. I think it's going to be a lot of actual hockey, and like it's just going to be a will of who wants it more and who's ready to play.
Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Tommy. Wanted to know when did you find out that you were officially named a captain, and what's that? What is that just feeling like, being able to wear the C for the Spartans?
So I found out mid last week. Just had a meeting with coach, and he told me we had a team vote, so he told me that and after they got the count. And obviously, it's a huge honor. I think it's an honor because it's a line that not a lot of guys get to do. It's also a huge honor because I recognize that guys on the team voted for me and they see me as a leader. Coming in, a little bit younger, that was kind of like a goal I wanted to do, but maybe not felt that I could have because of my age. But now just kind of seeing, it's kind of reassuring just to get that. And it's exciting. It really is. I'm happy about it. And again, I'm happy that the team looks at me like that, and that hopefully I'll be a good captain for them.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Tommy, so when you were named captain, was your mindset to more stick to the things that got you the C, or are you gonna like change the way you kind of lead teams?
I don't think I got picked captain for changing anything. I think I just got picked captain for being the guy I am and on and off the ice. I think I just need to do what I've been doing, and that's why I was voted for and picked. I think every guy can agree with that. I don't think I need to change anything. I think just how I carry myself and how I play and can be approachable to the team, and just help some of the younger guys out with the culture and the systems, and just be there for everyone. And that's just the guy I am. That's how I got picked, and that's how I'm gonna be.
Go ahead, Neil.
Tommy, you've been here 3 years now, and you've learned a lot about the Big Ten and the national picture. So what 2 or 3 or 4 things does this team have to do this year to put yourself in position at the end to contend for the Big Ten and also for an NCAA tournament spot?
A few things. Well, I think first off is I think the biggest thing is that we're gonna have to be strong defensively. I think limiting our goals per game against is gonna be a big thing moving forward this season. I think just limiting goals, to 1 or 2. I think that's our goal, that we have like 2 goals average, 2 or 3. And then on the other side, we're gonna have to score more. Like some of our offense has been hindered, and we've been focusing a lot about our offense and getting shots on net, and so that's gonna be a thing that we're gonna have to focus on. And then I think playing hard and fast. I think that's kind of the Big Ten's a tough league to play in. It's like a playoff game every night, and we're gonna have to be willing to get in the corners, play hard, and then like APAP has said before, we want to play fast. That's how we'll win games, is using our speed to our advantage, being fast, and and that's in all zones, right? Defensive zone, whether it's closing fast, and offensive zone, whether it's moving the puck fast, getting shots off fast. I think those are just some pretty simple things that we can focus on and kind of get back to our roots, maybe reevaluate a few games in, one game in after each game, assess ourselves about it, and then refocus and do it again.
Speaking of defense, Tommy, the last line of defense, what's your impression of the two goaltenders that are in camp, Drew Dritter and Chris Charlton?
They've been both good. I think Drew's really stepping up. He's looking solid in practice, and I think he's got some confidence on him now, and kind of he's feeling that it's his net, and he's got to earn it, and I think he's doing that. Pierce, he's looking really good. I think he's adapting to the college pace and stuff like that. Our shot's a lot better. He's working before practice, and he's been really improved since the beginning of the summer.
Thanks, Tommy.
Go ahead, Graham.
Yeah, how does the shorter schedule, or not, shorter season, does that, put more onus on every single game, or how does that impact? You've been through these. The college hockey season is usually a grind. It's usually a marathon. How does this impact the mindset and impact things?
First off, I think the thing that comes to mind is just like routine, basically. Like you kind of go through the week. Since games are usually Friday, Saturday, you have Monday. Monday you do one thing, Tuesday you do another thing, Wednesday whatever, like whether it's power play, penalty kill, ozone, and then Thursday's like your kind of like speed day, ramp up day where you feel puck and a lot of movement. I think that's just gonna be one of the kind of readjusting periods that we're gonna have to work through when we have games on Thursday, Friday, or Sundays, stuff like that, or and the 4 and 6 that we're gonna have to deal with. Like we're not. Guys aren't really used to that. So I think that's just one of the struggles that we're going to have to deal with. But I think if turning it with that, when we play 4 and 6, we're going to have to rely on, some guys that we normally don't rely on. We're going to have to mix up the lineup and get some fresh legs out there and try to get the guys going, and rely on some of our older guys who are more experienced. And that's just how it's going to have to be. It's going to be tough, a big change from the past years, but I think we'll be able to go through it. And with the depth on our team, I'm confident about it.
One of the things I asked Tommy was what you learned from last year, as you guys were in the hunt for a while for the first time, and even on the fringe of the pairwise standings, had a lot of things, and didn't have it finish the way you wanted to. What did you learn from being there, and then the way it finished?
I think one of the things with success is that you can get away from things that you normally do, right? You can handle failure, you can handle success, and I think you kind of need to handle them in the same way. You need to do the same things that you do whenever you lose, the same things you do when you win. You need to go back, reevaluate how you play, go back to your systems, refocus, and go on to the next game. I think that's something that we can take away, that we're confident that we can win, and it's there, right? I know we lost a lot of missing pieces, but like we said, we're confident in the guys that are coming in and the returners, and we trust in our system. So I think if we just do what coach tells us to, and I think we'll be pretty fine in the Big Ten and in the national standings. But I'm excited for the season too. So I think we'll have a pretty good one.
Go ahead, Nate.
Last season, you were paired with Boutros Ghafari for most of it. Obviously, he's gone. Jared's gone. Who have you been skating with, and then what's your assessment on the 4 freshman defenders coming in, battling for presumably two spots on the D line?
We've been mixing up the lines a lot in practice, and guys have been in and out just due to the circumstances we're in, and I'm kind of playing with a mixture of everybody, but it's good. The nice thing is that we have 4 righties and 4 lefties now, where in the past couple of years I've been here, we've been hindered by just a handful of righties and majority lefties, which forced some guys to play on their offside, which is fine. But That's just a positive this year, I think. The younger D, it's definitely a learning curve, but just every practice and some of the simulation games that we've been doing, they're picking up a lot. They're picking it up fast too, which is good. You know, a lot of these guys came in and they're players. You know, they can play and they want to play, and they're fitting really well with the systems, and I enjoy playing with them.
Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Tommy, when it comes to your experience playing against Arizona State, as you mentioned, you know, you guys are different this year. Arizona State's probably going to be different as well this year. What type of things can you take from your experience of playing with them that'll prepare you for this week?
I guess the experience we can take is, so Arizona is an independent team, and we know that they usually got to win a lot of games that they play because of their conference situation, which was the same as last year and the year prior. They are playing all Big Ten games, so I think every game for them is still just as important for us. So I mean, we know that they're desperate to win games, but so are we. So I think that's just something that we're gonna have to deal with, and that's like every game in the Big Ten. Like I said, it's like playoff mentality. But I think just we don't really need to worry about ASU that much. I think we just need to worry about getting ourselves prepared for our first game, and you know, that's really all we can do. So we'll see when puck drops whenever we play ASU.